Good morning, guys. So, welcome to Code Brain Execution. When I am practicing the Python program, like I use I++, but I have a doubt, so that I use GPT to check what it actually means. So, guys, it was saying the I++ is not a valid syntax, and it will raise a syntax error because it does not support plus plus or minus minus or like increment decrement operator, which are very common in C, C++, Java, and JavaScript. Instead of using I plus plus, we can use I equal to I plus 1, or maybe I plus equal to 1. Let me check with that. Go for this one, equal to 1. Let me run the code. Yeah, it works fine. So increment decrement, which cannot be used in the Python because it gives syntax error. Or we need to use I equal to I plus 1. Better we can go with I equal to I plus 1. Fine. Guys, now we are going to print each letter, like if I have Bharat Mata Ki Jai, then I am going to print. Let me first of all, let me try to print that one. Sorry, let me try to print that 5 times or 2 times. Let's see how to do that. For I in range 5, forget to add a colon. For I in range 5. Now let's print what what we need to print is, we need to print A. Let me check whether it prints Bharat Mata Ki Jai 5 times or not. But why it gives a square bracket, guys? what it actually doing. Why it includes square bracket? Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's copy this all. Let's ask GPT. Let me see, guys. Yeah, if you want to print just the string inside the list without bracket, you should print the first element of the list. Output A is a list. The string is the string. So print A prints the string, but print A prints just the string. But here A of 0 means Bharat. Bharat will come. Here, let me ask it. A is a list. I have understand. It is saying the complete list with one element. List in Python index starting from 0. So A of 0 refers to the first and only item in the list. In this case, A of 0 is the string Bharat. Then it should still, guys, I don't understand. A A means string, O A means list, so that it was printing everything. But A of 0 means it should print only Bharat. Let me ask him. It says great observation. A is a list. Is the first element of that element is a string. Important, Python does not split strings by default. Okay, guys, it doesn't split. So even though Bharat Mata Ki Jai looks like multiple words, Python treats it as a single string, not as a separate word. Prints the entire string because Bharat Mata Ki Jai is just one string at index 0. If you want to print only Bharat, you can split the string. Okay, guys. So, guys, if this is considered as an entire string, and then we need to understand. Okay, I understood, guys. What they are referring here, it it takes this entire as a one word. So, if you need to print Bharat Mata Ki Jai without square bracket and quotation, then we need to use this one. Yeah, finally I got this one. Now I need to print uh, I need to print, so I am using a dot split. Is this correct? No, I need to mention which one. So okay, let's add words. Now what will going to give? Anyhow, I'm referring a of 0 so that I hope it's going to print. No, we are taking the list and then we are splitting it. So a of 0 here refers to Bharat, so it's going to print Bharat 5 times. Let's see. But still it prints. How? Ah, understood. Guys, here we are referring to a of 0. Wait, let me use words. Bharat 5 times. What happened? 0, 1, 2, 3. Bharat 0, Bharata 1, 2. Let's give 2. That's great. Here, ye of 0 means that entire one. Okay, fine. I have cleared some kind of doubts, so that's nice to see. Bharat Mata ki jai. Next, what to do, guys? So today we have learned what in Python string. Whenever the string which was written like this, even though it has a space separator, still Python consider it as a single word. If we need to separate it, then we need to use the split function to separate that word into multiples, so that we can get Bharat as different, Mata was different, Ki as different, and Jai was also different. That's nice. Okay, now our task. Okay, now what I was planning to do. Now I'm going to do. Now I'm going to print like in the first line I'm going to print Bharat, and second line Mata, third line Ki, and fourth line Jai. So it should print Bharat Mata Ki Jai in downward direction. Let me try to do how to do that. So that we what need to do for I instead of range we need to use A here. So let me have it in A. So print A of 0 means it gives Bharat Mata Ki Jai only one times. Why it giving only one times? Because guys, see the statement, it has only one statement. Shall we have two? Now we have two Bharat Mata Ki Jai, so that it's going to print two times. What is there? Sorry guys, sorry. Where was? Yeah, in a list we have two times, so that it was printing two times. If you have a single time, then it's gonna print one time. That's nice to see this. Now it's our turn to print the thing in downward direction. How to do that? It was a single word. If I print this, it will just going to give this one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use words equal to A of 0 dot split. Now I'm going to use I here. So what is going to do here? It takes this list Bharat Mata Ki Jai, and in the words we are going to splitting each, like Bharat as separate, Martha, G, J, Key, J as separate. So it enters the loop. Like for I in A, I here refers to 0. By default in Python, I refers to 0. So I in A, 0 in A, yeah, it prints, but it will print what? I is going to print numbers 0, 1, 2, 3. But let me check whether it prints or not. Well, how it's printing that? No, yeah, it won't print because I think I need to give space here. End. Why it was not doing anything? Let's ask GPT how to use end in Python. By default, it was printing downwards. Wait, guys, I have figured out. I need to whether I need to use words. Let me run. No, here it taking in A, so here refers to what? I think for I, instead of using A here, I need to use word dot length. Am I right using this one? Words. It's printing only Bharat. Why? Because here is I now. Guys, what happened? Oh my god. How to undo this? Oh my god. Again, I need to try. Downwards. Now A is equal to guys, I have used that one. Now let me try with this one. Wait a minute. For I in A, print A of I. Remove this one. What it was saying. For I in A. What actually A of I? Three indices must be integers, not str. Fine. What I am doing here now? I am using. Let me ask GPT. GPT, what was the problem? Try to solve this. Paste. Why it is not printing? Great question. Okay. My code was wrong. A is a string. Okay. When you do for I in A, you are looping over each other. Like B, H, A. Okay, okay. But then you're using A of I, which assumes I is a number index, but I is actually a character, not an index. That's why it throws an error like type or string index must be integers. Oh my god. So I need to do, what should I need to do here? I Now let me try this. That's great. It was printing awesome. Now let's do the same thing with a list. But when it wait a minute. What's equal to a0 dot split. That's nice. That's it, guys. Finally I made it. So for a list I need to separate each word I have it. Now let us ask the same question. Why I can't use without split? A gives the string Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Split the string into a list of words. Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Okay. Then proof I in what split each word. Let's try. Without split method that I am iterating with character by character. Strings in Python are iterable character by character, not word by word. Each character, each word. Okay. A of 0 means, but what happened if I use just A? If A is a list with only one term, A, each character. Okay, for I in A means full string Bharat Mata Ki Jai one time full string. For I in A each character. Okay, guys, this is very important to know while learning Python. See, guys, when we use A of 0, it takes as each character. But when we use A of 0 dot split, then it will consider as each word. We simply use A, then it takes a complete full string. This is something to be learned, guys. Nice to see this one. Did you learn something new? I think I have learned something new today because I thought this is different. Let me try and repeat the same thing again to to be well versed in this topic. Bharat वंदे मातरम, माता की जय. Now what we are going to do, we are going to print each thing in a downward, so that I am using for I in A. Here A refers to a complete string with one word. Let me try to print this one. Print I. What was happening here? It was a string. So that's awesome. Without A, we simply say A means it's going to iterate. Let me ask this to GPT. What I'm going to have a what doubt was here how it iterate through letter, each letter. Strings in Python are iterable, which means when you do for I in A, Python automatically goes through each character, the string one by one. Strings in Python are iterable. So basically what it's saying, the strings in Python are iterable means we can iterate to it one by one, which means it goes through each character in the string one by one. Each time through the loop. Each time I fold one character. That's great. So the conditions. Awesome. Don't need an indexing like sequence. Okay, guys. Strings in Python are sequence of character. We'll go through each character, including spaces, punctuations, etc. So you don't need that. Nice. Or we need to split by each word. So guys, basically what it does, A equal to Bharat Mata Ki Jai means here in Python the strings are considered as each character, like they are iterable to these strings. So for when I in A means it considers each different character, so that we don't need to explicitly say A of 0, which means it only represent B. Just imagine if I say A of 0, it's just going to print B. Can I say A of B plus 1? It means we're going to print, oh my god. So here why it was not printing A of 0. Instead of saying here, shall I go for A of, is this correct? Yeah. Let me ask this one to GPT. I have a doubt. Again, it prints H, but but this is not printing Y. Here A 0 plus 1 H. So now we are doing for I and H. For I in A 0 means this gives an error. Type I can access only concatenate string, not into string. First character B plus 1 invalid in Python. Python does not allow adding a string and an integer. That's great. If wait, then if I give you a number here, then it will. What's equal to A of 0 dot split. It only prints Mata. Great. Is it possible to print without split? Then I need to say from where should I need to start and where should I need to end. Wait. A of 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Start from 7. End at 10. Again a doubt. Why? Again I need to ask to GPT. Paste. Why this is error? Net fix your code. At index, okay. So tries to get element list index. Returns a input does not. So no syntax here, error here. But the code suddenly prints anything because the list size is empty. Fine. What your problem is? You want to slice the string, not the list. Oh my, okay. For doing like this, I need to use a of. Here, a means, guys, I am just forgetting each time. A refers to the complete string. If I say a of 0, now let me ask again. So, like, let me say a means entire string list. A of 0 means each character. A list contain one string. The list I mean the string. The first element of the list, which is the string. If let me try to clarify. If a list has five element, and if I say a means a means if I say a means it iterate 5 times. When I say a of 0 means it iterate through first. See this with 5 for I in A, you are looping through list A which has 5 element. To the first string. Loops through all the string in the list. Loops through all the characters of the first string. Instead of this, we simply generate a new variable with split. It will print same. Join A combines the string in the list into one big string. That's nice.